Wibbity wobbity wibbity. Wibbity wobbity wibbity. Welcome to our next another chapter review with the Monster Trio Manga Cast. I'm here with CQ and S.
That's me.
Connor Question Schwabity.
What's up?
Yeah, we're talking about One Piece chapter 1007. Very exciting chapter. We will keep doing these for the new One Piece chapters because it's very fun to talk about One Piece, and we like One Piece. Who doesn't like One Piece? Anyone who hasn't read it, but everyone who's read it likes One Piece.
That's fair.
Yeah, this is a chapter 1007, and off the bat, we were right.
We were right.
We were right that he was just going to be saved by
Chopper
Chopper.
Yeah.
It's literally, we're like, yeah, Chopper's just going to save him.
But here's the thing, like, yeah, I feel like everyone was like, oh yeah, he should die. He definitely should die. Like, he's done everything. But there's no fucking reason for him to die anyway.
Yeah, but it's like, there's no reason for him to die, but there's no reason for him to live either.
No, but I think it's better that he was used as a prop for Chopper.
Yeah.
Than to be used as like a sad death, because it wouldn't be a sad death. No one would care.
Yeah.
So he was much better to be used as a prop for Chopper saving him and him reaching that good moment. I think that was a much better use of Hyogoro.
And I like Chopper. I'm very excited that a lot of these members of the Straw Hat crew are getting moments to do things and stuff. Again, it's very exciting. Especially, it's always exciting when they get to do things that aren't just fighting. I mean, Chopper does do just fighting. We'll get to that. But the fact that Chopper is showcasing his medical prowess so evidently is very cool, and I very much enjoy that.
I like that it wasn't just, I came up with an antidote for your virus. He was like, I engineered a virus that fights your virus. I'm like, okay.
Here's the thing.
The Chopper mushroom cloud was great as well.
We wouldn't have had the whole dramatic moment of whether or not the Yakuza boss was going to die or not if Chopper didn't spend that extra 20 minutes engineering it so it'd look exactly like his face. Right?
That's true.
Gotta get this on brand.
gotta make sure it looks.
Yeah.
But it's a good callback. I imagine when they animate it, it'll probably be pink, because I imagine it's like a callback to his backstory with the Doctor, the big explosion being like this big pink explosion thing, and the Doctor. I think it's a cool reference to his
I don't remember that. There's a very, very good panel in this chapter when he comes and stops Hyogoro from being killed. Where there's just a gigantic panel of his fucking adorable face. What a relief! I made it in time. And I love that so much.
He's so cool. What a cool little tanuki. But before we get to that, actually, one important thing that happens first is Queen just fucking disses everyone.
Queen's on a bad one.
Queen's just like, yeah, I'm gonna chat shit. This could never go wrong.
Well, because I guess it makes sense from Queen being like, haha, you're all gonna die anyway, right?
Yeah.
But it does feel like a very look how villainous this guy is. His own men are disposable. It's like we're on chapter 1007.
Yeah, we know that he's an arsehole. We've been known.
The Queen was a bit of a dick.
We know that these guys are bad. They're villainous. We get it.
Yeah, but we know. But do his men know?
But they didn't know.
They didn't. Now they know. So he starts. Penis Dinosaur starts insulting them, like, "You guys suck. You're only good for a laugh. Piece of shit. Stupid idiot. Cunt. Asshole. Fuck." And
in not so many words.
But in One Piece words, and not like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what Oda wanted to write. He wanted to write Oda going, "Boy, fuck you." Boy. And he's like, yeah, you'll blossom in death, become ice demons. Grunts are easy to replace. And they're like, wow, that's so cruel. You're a big evil pirate. I never imagined you'd actually be evil.
Then he tries to turn it on Chopper and say Chopper was gonna be a dick. Nah, not our boy.
Yeah, that
not
treachery is a pirate's job. But no.
Nah.
No.
So after he administers the counter virus, and he's having this big moment where he's like shouting at Queen and stuff. I made Connor sit down and read this with me. He'd already read it, but I was like, read this with me while I'm reading One Piece. And it got to the point where there's the panel of Chopper very adamantly shouting, "Viruses shouldn't be weaponized." Grr!
Yeah.
And he has crazy eyes. He has hockey eyes.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
So,
like Mihawk.
Did he unlock something? Did he snap? And like I said that, and Connor went, "He's emu." I was like, he's emu.
Yeah, Emu has those eyes.
I don't know. That could be something.
Well, the point about
Mihawk eyes.
On the point of Chopper yelling like viruses shouldn't be weaponized, it's really cool that we have that character moment for him as well, because he does this in Thriller Bark and he does this in Punk Hazard. Is whenever there's like a doctor or a scientist who uses chemical warfare, Chopper's always like, "I hate you. All my homies hate you.
Yeah,
your virus shouldn't be weaponized like that." And it's cool that he's like that moral. He's there to bring that anti-chemical warfare stance into the One Piece manga, which I appreciate.
Yeah, because there wasn't enough characters that really had that anti-chemical warfare.
Yeah, no. Well, none of them straight up.
No, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
It's like a battle of intellectuals. I always appreciate that.
Yeah, my only thing with that is Lyndon's kind of just putting it out, but not in so many words. Is that Queen the Plague? Like, it's really in the name, isn't it? The plague.
Yeah.
And also there was already this kind of like disease that was being spread in the jail that Chopper was there for.
Elaborate.
I'm trying to remember.
When Luffy took it all on, he like stopped all the like.
He did do that.
There were the shots.
Yeah.
There was like a disease bullet.
Yeah.
And I think he did get pissed off at that, and maybe it's just because Queen wasn't there for him to yell at. But yeah, I guess there's been multiple instances of Queen using these diseases that just sacrifices his own men.
That's his whole thing.
Yeah, that's his whole thing. And I guess that was an isolated incident, so the rest of the people wouldn't know about it. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, my point was this has happened already, but there's a lot of instances that make this one a lot more threatening.
So there's and then there's a conflict. Queen takes fire with, I guess, the gun in his mouth, because I thought he just shot like a hyper cannon out of his mouth, but apparently no, there's also a machine gun. But because of his treachery of like his own men, they jump in the way to save Chopper.
Wow, which is great.
Yeah,
such a good moment. And then everyone's like thanking Chopper and calling him a Tanuki, and he's like, "I'm not a Tanuki." And he has the big. We have him in monster form, which but that he can now control.
Yeah,
and
which I will never find it like not funny just seeing his like gigantic monstrous form, but then just like with that goofy face.
Yeah, he kind of looks very goofy. But
I loved monster form like pre-timeskip when he couldn't control it. Like that shit. Like I said this to Connor before, but like when that shit first happened in Ennis Lobby, I was like goosebumps. I was like, oh my god! Like every time that form showed up, it was awesome. And now it's just that, but with this goofy fucking.
But it makes sense, right? Like he has this powerful form.
I like
now
it.
that he can control it. I mean, it's so powerful. He just punches Queen in the face.
Slaps
so that's the thing. Around. I still don't think he understands how powerful it is, because all of his training on it and like being able to control it was just that. Just being able to actually not lose his mind. So he's focusing so much on that I don't think he's realized the true strength and potential on it, because there's a whole thing of like he fucking blocked Big Mom.
Yeah.
Whole cake.
Grabbed,
that's
Big
mad.
Yeah.
When you think about it, that's fucking crazy. Like I don't think he understands how powerful it is.
Does it have a time limit? It has a
it's
time
an
limit,
awakening.
Right? Does it have a time limit? The monster form?
I'm not sure.
I thought it did.
I think it's got like 6 minutes.
Okay, that sounds like a random number you just said, but I'll try.
No, I think it is 6 minutes. I think it's 6 minutes.
I just 6 is such a weird number for it to be.
Yeah.
But, I genuinely think it's 6 minutes. Someone in the comments find that out. How long can Chopper? And if it's 6 minutes, you will hail me as a god.
I will. I will.
So I like that moment where he slaps Queen and draws blood, not least for the fact that like everyone who's called him Tanuki up to this point on the bottom of that panel is just like, we're sorry, we didn't mean to call you Tanuki.
There's a lot of fun faces in Wano.
Yeah, my favorite is probably Extra X.
Yeah, he's like, ooh.
Just with his little hand up here and his big dinosaur face. It's just funny.
Okay, so after that happens, we go back to Yamato with
yes,
with Momonosuke. Momonosuke turns into a dragon again.
I
don't.
Yes, because of a word trigger. It looks like.
Oh,
and I'm not sure.
Again.
Yeah, because this has happened before, right?
Yeah,
Like a word
must
triggered
have.
him
Yeah,
to turn into the dragon and seem distressed.
yeah.
Probably something that happened on Punk Hazard or whatever. But the word "splendid" seems to be the word that caused it, but that has no significance to me, and I'm not sure if it's because this is a fan translation that we've read, like not the official. I don't know if the word will be different in the Viz translation, and then I'll be like, "Oh, I remember that happening" or whatever. But...
I think it will. Although they did do this last time where we heard the word and we didn't actually know why it was a word until they flashed us back. So it could be the same thing again where we're not actually supposed to know yet that that's a trigger word, and it'll come later down the line, because it was the thing we got last time was like Luffy said something, and then there was like the big like thing of Doflamingo behind him saying the same thing, and like it was like, oh, it's obviously something that Doflamingo said. But now we just have no idea who said this word that's made him.
Yeah, and that's literally, we get the one page of Momonosuke and Yamato, and then we're gone.
Yeah, then we're gone. They're still doing stuff.
CP0.
CP0.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love these guys.
Which one of these guys are you most interested in?
They're all very
Before we
cool.
get to that, it's 3 minutes that he can use his Rumble Ball.
3 minutes, okay.
Yeah, you.
Yeah, so I
Stupid.
doubled him up.
You doubled it.
I really like this guy who has a mask on a stick.
Yeah.
The big bushy hair. I like him.
They're all very cool. I like the
I
guy
don't know
with
what his
the
situation
hat.
is.
There's two of them. They all have hats, but the one with
They all
the
have hats.
stripy hat.
Stripy hat, he's cool.
Stripy hat, he's cool. Here's the interesting thing about their little conversation. I read this like 3 times because I was trying to comprehend it.
Yeah.
They were trying to make an artificial devil fruit. The government wanted to seize it, but it was ruled as a failure. And they said like, and so they didn't try and seize it because it was a failure, right? There was an explosion took it away. And he's saying it's fortunate that experiment was a failure. That's all. Which I feel like implies that it wasn't a failure. They just said it was, right?
Yeah.
So, what is that?
Tell me if I'm wrong, because maybe I'm misremembering or linking things up wrong. I'm good at doing that. I think the implication here, especially immediately following this scene we've just seen, the fruit that Momonosuke found and ate on Punk Hazard was that fruit.
That makes sense.
It was deemed a failure because
was
they
that
didn't
not really
realize
obvious?
I'm an idiot. So
I'm genuinely so surprised that was like in question.
I didn't realize. Yeah, that makes sense of why they're literally right next to each other. Okay, I was like, what is this fruit? And,
because it said we used Kaido's lineage, and Kaido is obviously big fish dragon, and so that is obviously what Momonosuke is as well.
I didn't think
now, but artificially, because the thing that was on Punk Hazard, the one that was on Punk Hazard that was they always say deemed a failure.
Yeah.
It was never it's like it was deemed a failure. It was said it was a failure, but no, it wasn't proved that it was a failure.
So what that suggests is that Momonosuke's devil fruit is way more powerful than we currently realize, and probably will at the climax of this arc have some sort of explosive awakening.
Probably,
my assumption.
Yeah. And so some people have been, I've seen in the comments here as well, that some people have been saying that scene felt really like contrived and out of place. Like, why are they just randomly
talking about it?
This shit?
Well, they're talking about a lot.
I don't know. I feel like the thing with CP0 is they're so abstract, and it's almost weird that they're even fucking there in the first place, just sitting in a room above all the action, playing fucking Go.
Yeah.
Here's what's interesting. I know you said it was like, well, is that not obvious that was the fruit? My first assumption when I read this panel, the way that he's phrasing it, he was like, I was just thinking it's fortunate that experiment was a failure. That's all. It's like, oh, is it his fruit? You know what I mean? Like the way he said that, he was like, that's glad it was a failure.
Well,
that's all.
That's the thing. It's like a weird ooh, it's unfortunate that it was a failure. Like it's so CP0 is so weird to me because I feel like CP0 aren't really on the side of Wano anyway. Yeah. So I think they actually would be happy with a bit of a Kaido beatdown.
Do we know why they're there? Like what's their goal?
They were trying to do something with Orochi and get like a deal made with him. And they've just kind of stuck around.
Like re-open the country or something.
Well, they probably want to see whoever comes out victorious at the end. They would try and strike a deal with whoever that is, right?
Yeah, if they were originally talking to Orochi, and now they're just kind of hanging around.
Are we expecting them to interfere?
I don't think they're going to interfere because they haven't.
Yeah.
Anywhere really. Because
are we expecting them to wait? We'll wait for someone to win, and then whoever wins, they kill them, and like possibly take over the country for the world government.
Possibly,
because they were in Dressrosa, but they didn't fucking do anything. They were just there. Yeah, they were in Dressrosa. That was the first time we were introduced to CP0.
I thought we were in. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, they were just around. They're more like intelligence gathering anyway, right? They work directly for world government and. They
and I think these are the same ones that were in Dressrosa.
Just seeing what happens. They're just following the chain of events.
Yeah. Because Rob Lucci and Kaku are in like a different CP0 division, just with the Reverie people
at the moment.
Just, like, with them.
Yeah.
I guess it comes to the big. ... in this chapter, the final few pages. We're back at the
find
storeroom.
out who is in the storeroom, and it's
so the Akazaya have been treated. Their wounds have been treated.
And it's Oden, but
it's Oden.
It could be.
It's Oden.
It could not be. It probably isn't.
It could not be Oden.
The leading theory. Oden. The leading theory that I say is that it's Katarina Devon.
No.
From Blackbeard's crew.
Not.
Why do you think not?
Because fucking why? Why is she there?
Well, because she's part of Blackbeard's. But in every single arc, a member of Blackbeard's crew has been in the around, right? Am I wrong? Like there was a guy in Dressrosa.
But the question is, why would she impersonate Oden?
We'd find out. I don't know. I'm just saying that's a theory. She has the ability to transform into people. That's why people think it's her.
Yeah,
and also, if Blackbeard is trying to intercept in this war in some way, then it would make sense that he would send people on ahead, especially someone like her who could disguise like that. But that might not be the case, right? I don't want it to actually be Oden, right?
No. And here's more debunking on the Katarina Devon theory. We don't actually know how her disguising works, in that we only know that she's turned into Absalom, someone that she obviously had met or at least saw the dead body of.
Yeah, that's true.
And was able to transform. But if she has a need to know who she's transforming into, much like the clone fruit, you need to have some kind of at least seeing or touching of someone to turn into them. There's no way she's ever met Oden.
No, there is no way. But
and also, it's that whole thing of why would you go there, dress as Oden, go into where the scabbards are? How did she even know the scabbards were there? What's with the person that was there treating their wounds? Why would she do that? There's so many more questions as to why it wouldn't be Devon.
True. Yeah. But it's also those are just questions, and I feel like they're questions that could be answered.
There's a better theory.
Yeah, what's your better theory?
That is Onimaru, the actual kitsune that's there that can turn into other
things.
people.
Yeah, I think that's more likely, probably. I think it's because I like the idea that Blackbeard's going to... Because I love Blackbeard, and I love his shit. And I like the idea that Blackbeard is going to rock up at the end like he did in Marineford, and just be like...
Maybe.
And just be like, hey guys, you did all the fighting for me. Kaido, Big Mom are down. All of these supernovas are down. I'm just going to waltz up and just take it all for myself.
What if it is Oden?
They have to have a good reason that he's A, alive, and
reason.
B, what the fuck has he been doing for 20 years? Because there's no
nothing,
way...
because he's the precise same age as when he died. So he must... If it's Oden, it means somehow he survived, and somehow...
his wife... His wife has the jumping forward in time thing. So maybe...
I mean, that wasn't a question. I just mean, like, she would have sent him forward in time, but never told anyone.
Yeah.
But even so... They got sent forward not too long after his boiling. So even if he did survive it, he would look fucked up right now.
He would look all boiled and shit.
Yeah, he would look all boiled. Because the thing of her fruit is she can't go back.
Yeah.
She can't travel back in time. She could only jump forward.
Well, I mean...
Remember as well, he wasn't just boiled. He was boiled and then shot in the back of the head. The bullet passed through his head.
Yeah.
He died.
Yeah,
there's no way he is alive.
So he's definitely dead. I was just probing to see if you guys had any possible explanation as to how he could be there, but I don't.
No,
yeah.
Well, unless it's a time travel thing.
Or the person who was boiled wasn't Oden. That was the person who was boiled was Katarina Devon. And Oden was just somewhere else, and then
it was the person with the clone fruit before Bonk got it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's a Vegapunk pacifista Oden.
Who?
Vegapunk?
It's a Vegapunk pacifista Oden.
Vegapunk.
I already said Vegapunk.
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 Oh, I've been calling him Vegapunk, like the vegetable. Because I thought that was funny that he's a vegetable that works on fruit.
I could see why you would reach that assumption, especially with anime characters like Vegeta existing.
Yeah.
But no, it's definitely Vegapunk.
Yeah, I've always said Vegapunk.
Okay, interesting. I believe in the Kitsune theory.
That's probably the most likely, yeah.
One interesting thing, I don't know if this is important at all. That whenever we saw Oden in the past, he had his kimono rolled up to expose his very buff and very hairy legs. When we see him now, he has his kimono down.
Yeah.
We've never seen him with his kimono down, as far as I'm aware. He always had that shit rolled up and the sleeves rolled up and everything. Another interesting thing, his chin's different. He has a cleft chin.
I thought he always had a cleft chin.
He always had a straight jawline.
Wait,
I had to look it up.
I mean, this is like a period of time, isn't it, where like things like that do get cleaned up, and like if there is a mistake in like the actual drawing, it gets cleaned up before it's released on Viz. So things like tiny details like that can change.
I don't think he has a cleft chin. I think it just looks like that because of his facial hair.
Cleft twin.
No, well, I don't think it's facial hair because look at it looks like facial hair until you look at one side and you realize, oh, that's just a shadow underneath his jaw. And also, in more scenes, he doesn't have any facial hair.
Well, but
no, it is facial hair. He grew it after the years of him dancing as a stripper.
Did he?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I remember hearing
his facial hair does look like that. That makes him look like he has.
It's just drawn really weird.
Yeah.
Then.
Yeah, I think it is just drawn
weird.
weird.
A shadow. Okay.
I mean, if he did have a cleft twin, which character has a cleft twin?
Nobody, but some people have cleft chins. Bonk Clay, right?
Bonk Clay has a cleft chin,
But Bonk Clay's copies are always accurate, as far as I'm aware. It's never been like, oh, he has like he keeps the eyes or the chin or whatever. He's not Ditto, right? Always accurate, and he's never touched Oden's face.
Yeah, but
I watched Tekking's video recently, where he was talking about the last person who had the clone fruit, and that potentially that person, the I can't remember her name, Higurashi,
Whatever it is.
who was like the old
Yeah.
woman who had the clone fruit, she potentially had it awakened because she didn't have to touch her face, and she potentially didn't have to touch the person she was turning into.
So yeah, Bonk could
Because
have
she didn't
awakened
touch
it and
because
impelled
she did-
down.
So yeah, maybe if he has awakened his fruit, then maybe he can do shit like that now.
Yeah. But maybe not perfectly. That's why it's got the cleft
Yeah,
chin.
but that's all. That's
I just
in
think it's the
air
facial hair.
theories.
I just think it's the facial hair. That's just kind of a little bit scuffed in
You
the
might be
manga.
right. You might be right. Anyway, it's interesting. I have no idea. It could be anything. It could be something
It really
nobody's
could
fucking thought of because it's Oda.
Yeah.
It's actually a cardboard cutout. And someone behind it doing like a voice impression, like fucking Conan Edogawa with his little bow tie doing a voice changer thing. Neither of you have read Case Closed. But
I've read that part.
You've read that part. Okay, you got
I've
it.
read the first 2 volumes.
That's true, because he's just standing in one position.
It's not.
They don't,
Sure.
we haven't seen him move yet. He's just standing there like this.
It's me, Kazuki Oden.
Yeah, he says.
Oh, you
I'm
all.
fine.
Oh.
Yeah.
Don't come any closer.
Oh, the other theory is that it's a drawing by Kanjuro.
Kanjuro drawing, yeah,
Oh,
that was
yeah.
my
I
first.
did
That
hear
was
that
my
theory.
first thought. That was
Yeah.
my first thought when I looked at it. I was like,
But
Kanjuro?
He's dead.
Kanjuro, is he dead?
Kanjuro was
He's not
killed.
dead.
Well, he was.
Did they kill him?
Yeah, they killed him.
He was laying face down in the snow.
Oh, I don't remember that. I thought he just ran away.
No, he
I
was.
guess you're right.
No. He was
But
like knocked out face
If it was
down
a
in the snow.
Kanjuro drawing, why would he treat their wounds?
Well, Kanjuro might have decided to flip back.
But then if he did that, why would he do it through a drawing and not? Why didn't he just show up and do it himself? And be
Well,
like,
because
"Sorry,
they
guys."
probably wouldn't trust. They probably would have just attacked him straight away.
They probably wouldn't trust him.
Oh, but they'll trust the guy who's been dead for like 30 years.
Yeah, because they're all morons.
I mean, yeah, because they're all fanboys. Yeah.
They're all just like Oden.
Kinemon is a moron. I don't think any of the others are.
I mean, you're as stupid as your leader is.
Yeah.
That's not true because of what happened before they set sail for Onigashima.
Oh,
like,
that
all of our
I-
plans have been laid to waste, and they were like, Kinemon,
They all fucking thought he was a genius. I loved that
Yeah,
moment where
that
he
was
was just
hilarious.
like, "Oh shit, yeah." That was...
I did love that because I was fully sold on the idea that Kinemon was also a genius as well up until they showed the panel. I was like, I had no idea. Next week is a break,
Yeah.
which I am
Yeah.
devastated about because I
Always devastated.
really want to know what's happening with Oden.
You know we
I
won't.
wanna
You
know
know
what's
we
happening
won't
with
find
Nico
out.
Robin.
You know we won't find out.
You're right. We might shoot over to the Nico Robin fight, the Jinbei fight.
Yeah.
Who else is
I
involved?
think-
Frankie?
I
What's
th-
Frankie doing?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be either Jinbei finally, or we're gonna like set up for Alti and Nami again, Usopp
Yeah,
again.
that's true.
Page 1.
Linden
Yeah.
brings up a good point. Actually, he has both his swords, even though Zoro should have
No,
one.
those aren't his swords.
Are they not
Those
his
aren't
swords?
his swords.
If you look at the cross guard, they have circular cross guards, whereas
Ah.
Enma and
You're right. You're
whatever
right.
the fucking the other one is
Yeah.
You're right.
have like really complex
So
cross guards.
the swords actually look different to his old swords, which again kind of brings up the whole Onimaru thing.
Because
he had
Onimaru had
swords.
hundreds of swords.
Yeah, he could have just picked a couple and be like, yeah, these will do.
Yeah.
It's
Um,
Gecko Moria.
I don't know.
God, can you imagine if Gecko Moria got Odin's shadow?
That would
Oh,
be insane.
that would be crazy. Fuck Gecko Moria though. Get him out of here.
Is he dead, or do you think he joined Blackbeard? I kind of hope Blackbeard just killed him.
Just fucking
Nah, I think
gutted
he'll
him.
have joined Blackbeard.
Yeah. He'll probably help Blackbeard get like a large army, right? That's the whole reason why he
Yeah.
wants him.
But I thought they might steal his devil fruit power and give it to one of their crew and just kill him.
Yeah.
Is what I thought when they had that confrontation, because we haven't seen them since then, right?
No.
No.
So
Well, we
that's
might
what
have- we
I
might
thought.
have
I thought
seen
they were
one
just
of
going
the-
to kill him
we
and
might-
steal his devil fruit, like they did to Absalom.
Might have seen one of them just now.
Yes, that was
Maybe.
Yeah, who knows? What if it's just Blackbeard? And he's Blackbeard's just like, this is a
That's his
thing.
third fruit.
This is always just a thing I can do.
That's weird, actually. Because I'm just thinking about that. Karina Devon didn't always have the mythical fox fruit, right? It was given to her by Blackbeard.
Was it?
Uh,
I do not remember. I thought she just had, like, she must have
Because
been.
I don't know.
I think she was given it by Blackbeard, but that then debunks the theory of him having a Zoan as his third one. Because why didn't he just eat that for himself?
Was he given
Maybe he
it?
didn't want
We
it.
don't know that. I think she might have
We
just had
don't-
that
we
in
don't know
Impel
that.
down.
And that also doesn't debunk it because he might have just had his
Not
I
wanted
set
that
on
one.
a bigger
Yeah,
one,
maybe.
like the
Yeah.
Kaido's dragon fruit, because he has prepared a fruit, brought it here, and a Shisui of the Rain, or whatever the dude's name is going to sneak up while they're fighting, and in the pivotal moment as Kaido is damaged, he is going to take Kaido's life before he finishes off Luffy. After, like, he'll uncloak and stab Kaido in the back, killing him, and then they'll take his devil fruit, and Blackbeard will gain 3 devil fruits, the third being a dragon zone.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
And then
Right.
Blackbeard.
Or he caps Momonosuke. Because Momonosuke has the same fruit. If Blackbeard found out that Momonosuke has the same fruit, he's done. He's dead. He's
Dead
gone.
boy.
He's a
Boy's dead.
target. He is
the target.
Locked on. Wow.
My cousin works at Viz.
Yeah.
It's Oda. My
Yeah.
cousin is Oda.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
So I got sent the draft.
Yeah.
Um,
All right. Well, next chapter, we'll probably not find out who Oden is.
No.
It will
No.
probably be, I don't know, Jinbei, Nami, whoever fight someone doing something.
yeah, fights. I don't expect anything big to happen now for another 3 or 4 chapters. As it's
Yeah.
just going around the crew and seeing what everyone's up to in there.
Yeah, I think that's
Onigashima.
gonna be good. All right. Well, it was a good chapter. Good job, Oda. Keep up the good work,
Yeah.
Oda. You'll be big one day.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, just keep it up.
Yeah.
Keep it up. Thank you everyone for watching this. This.
This.
This. It's been me, Captain Rustage.
It's been me, Connor Quest.
Oh, you don't have a rank?
I guess not. I'm just a lone wolf. I'm a loner. I'm a secret single agent 007 on my own.
And I'm the navigator, Schwabbity.
Yeah. Gomu, get out of here.
Were you gonna do like a fucking?
I was just waving my arms like
What is that? It's a
like
whip.
I had the Gomu Gomu.
Were you gonna do a whip? Were you
like
gonna-
like a gum gum. Yeah, the gum
the
whip.
gum whip.
Yeah.
Watch me gum whip. Watch me gum nay nay. Okay, now I'll end it.